Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Authentic Couch. And today we have with us Siddharth Chaturvedi, who's a student of grade 8. Welcome, Sid.
Thank you.
Most welcome. So, Siddharth, tell us, what are your key interests? What excites you the most?
Sports, learning new things, and probably studying about something that's interesting.
Okay. So you said sports. Which are the sports that you are interested in?
Cricket and football.
Okay. And who's your favorite player in cricket?
Virat Kohli.
Okay. And how do you feel if he's playing less of cricket these days?
I feel a little sad.
You feel sad?
Yeah.
But don't you think change is the only constant? You'll have some new player.
Yeah.
Is there a new player that you like who plays cricket?
Abhishek Sharma.
Okay, what do you like about Abhishek Sharma?
His temperament, his ability, and that he reminds me of older players.
So what specifically about his temperament do you like?
He was coached by Yuvraj Singh himself, so he
Hmm.
has that kind of attitude and that playing ability of like him. And that's what makes him appealing to me.
Okay, do you play cricket? Yeah? So how many hours do you give in a day to
3 hours normally, and right now I have my exams, so 30 to 40 hours.
So you've joined an academy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to pursue cricket professionally?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And is your family okay with you pursuing cricket and not taking up any traditional career?
If I can do it, they're okay, but I think if I get old and I'm still pursuing it, I would quit and I would take up study.
And what's your backup plan? What do you want to pursue?
I want to become a lawyer.
Okay. That's wonderful. And so you're going to give the CLAT exams and all?
Yeah.
I understand. So tell me one thing. You were seeing in India that, justice is delayed. Though they say it's not denied. But what do you think about it? Because so many cases are pending in the courts. What do you feel about it?
We need a systematic form of law. Although it does have upsides and downsides. Like recently they passed the Anti-Gambling Act, which was very good. But I think that they take out the good acts once in a blue moon, and they have to be more regular and consistent.
And what should they do in terms of, enabling that the cases are resolved faster?
First of all, they should uniformly divide them, like based on crime. They should have specific work teams, and they should reduce corruption and all of this.
Do you think is it possible to reduce corruption? How
they can reduce corruption by eliminating all foreign factors, not disclosing sensitive information even to the elected officials, and making it so that the lawyers and the judges have their own esteem and their own power, so that nobody can mess with them.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts on this. And so, how important is it for you to earn money out of your profession of law, rather than upholding the truth or fighting for somebody who can't afford it?
I would do that if they're being wrongly treated. But if there's somebody who can treat them the same way and they can help them, I wouldn't do that. But if they are desperate, nobody's helping them, and they're wrongfully accused, I would help them.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that you choose to help people over just earning money. Yeah, thank you so much. So what do you have? Who else do you have in your family? Who all are there in your family besides your mom and dad?
My brother, my grandmother, my grandfather, and my dad.
You ever fight with your brother?
Yes, a lot.
A lot? On what?
He generally provokes me, and he uses my things without using them properly, or he breaks them, which makes me angry.
How many years are you away from each other?
5 years.
Okay, there's a 5 years gap between the two of you.
Yeah.
So does it go on to, with the hands and legs and everything?
He does that.
Or only verbal altercation?
He does that a bit. And when I even try to hit him, he starts crying, so I can't really do anything.
And what do you feel like doing at that moment?
I just stay calm and don't talk to him. But if he provokes me a lot, I do get inclined to hit him.
You get inclined, but do you really feel like pulling your hair apart? Or do you actually are calm?
Sometimes I do feel like that.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yes? And have you shared it with your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I tell them I get really angry at him.
So have you tried to sit and explain to him?
Yeah, he does not listen.
He does not listen? Again, have you spoken to your parents about it? Yes? So what do they feel?
They say that he's just too young. Too young.
And how does that make you feel?
I think they're right. He's too young to understand that.
Good, great. And apart from your brother, who's the one person that you love the most in your family?
My mother, father, everybody in my family, I love them all.
Who are you closest to? I'll put it that way. Whom you share with you almost all your secrets. Do you share all your secrets?
Yeah, most of them.
With?
My mother and father, both of them.
You share your secrets with your parents?
Some of them.
Yes. So, who are you closer to, mom or dad?
I think dad.
You're closer to dad. You're scared of your mom?
Yeah, I'm scared of everybody.
Why are you scared of everybody?
Like, not scared of everybody, just scared that, like, sometimes if I cross the limit, I'll get scolded.
Do you get hit also? No. So then I don't think so. You know, if you're wrong and if they're checking you for something, there's anything to get scared. Yeah? Or do you think there's something you get scared about? Do you ever lie?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah? So you are scared to the level that you don't tell the truth, right? Yeah? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel guilty after I do it.
Yeah. You don't feel good about it. Yeah. How does it make you feel in your body?
Tingly and like something stuck in my throat.
Then how do you get over with it?
Earlier I did not tell anybody, but nowadays I communicate and I lie less. So.
Yes, and I'm really, really appreciative of the fact that you have the power to own it up. Because most people would say that they don't lie. But I'm glad that you realize that you lied and that you're ready to change something about yourself. That's really a good thing, Sid. Sid, you are very good with mathematics and social studies, right?
Yeah.
You read a lot and you participate in a lot of Olympiads.
Yeah.
And I presume you've got a lot of medals also around those. What are those? Would you like to share?
I think 4th place nationally in IEO in grade 5 or 6. Same IMO, International Maths Olympiad, in NSO also. And in quiz, I got 2nd in Hindu Young World Quiz and 5th in Time Travel Quiz.
Oh, so you like quizzing?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you reading and all of this? Yeah. And do you like traveling as well?
I'm not that fond of traveling. Sometimes maybe if I'm in the mood, but not really.
You like movies?
No, I hate movies.
You hate movies? Oh, we have someone who hates movies. Both Bollywood and Hollywood? You hate all movies?
Yeah.
Why do you hate them?
I don't hate them. I just don't like them and I don't want to watch them because they're too long.
They're too long.
And I find them boring.
Boring?
Some movies are nice, but most of them I don't like.
Okay. You like music?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you listen to?
All varied forms of music. Hindi, English, pop, etc.
And do you play an instrument also? Or is it?
Sitar, I'm learning sitar. Not that good. I'm trying.
That's okay. I mean, like, it's not always about being good at everything. It's about playing because you want to learn something new or soothe yourself. You know? Sometimes that's also equally important. If there was a day when you could lead the nation, what would you do in that day?
I would make firm guidelines. Like, first of all, my first aim would to be improve the legal system, then improve the quality of human life in India, ensure that the funds are properly given and no corruption, and to do this, I would kind of remove revenue from my own pocket to ensure that the nation develops properly.
Do you like Narendra Modi?
Kind of. He's a mixed man. He does make good decisions, but he also makes bad decisions.
Aren't we all mixed men? Don't we all make good and bad decisions both?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But the thing is that he's at a very important role, so he can't really afford to make mistakes.
So, What do you say? Making mistakes is a good thing or a bad thing?
Sometimes it's nice because you get to learn things, but if it's like really important, like if you're the head of a nation and you make a mistake, most of the time it will cause serious impact. So
not acceptable, right? Who is there? Anybody else that you look up to in the political scenario?
Political, Subramanian Jaishankar. His firmness and his determination, his skill and his knowledge, it's very inspiring.
Tell me one thing. You've seen your education system in the school as well, and you've seen things in your city, Jaipur, as well.
Yeah.
If you were given an opportunity to change something here, now we're talking about the nation, which is a big thing, but a small change that you want to bring about in your school, what would that one change be?
In the whole education system?
Say in your school, not just the education system. If you were asked to make one change in your school system, what would it be?
Pay priority to sports a little more, because we get 2 periods of sports a week and that's not enough. Most of the time it gets cancelled. And the ability to choose your language, like English, Hindi or German or French, any other language which you want to study. So you should be able to choose. You should not be confined to any one language. And to make easier, like, do not lay emphasis on marks. Try to use real world applications more than just a piece of paper. That's the change I would like to bring.
Wonderful. And anything that you would want to bring about a change in terms of the change in the city of Jaipur?
City in Jaipur, I would say the drainage system.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I think that's a mess these days with we having an extended monsoon and so much of rains pouring in at this point of time. Thank you so much for your valuable insights, and thank you so much for sharing and pouring your heart out and sharing with us your insights on different topics. Is there anything that you would want to say to your friends or to those listening to you, or anything that you want to communicate in general? Because this is the place where you come and you share without an agenda, and we are not only looking for just achievers, we are looking for anybody who wants to come and share their views and who wants to talk about themselves and all other issues that relate to them or their country. Is there anything that you want to say on a closing note?
Thank you for supporting me.
Most welcome. Thanks. You're welcome, Sid, and thanks for giving us your time.